In this chapter, The Living World, the first topic which we are going to discuss is the characteristics of living organism. You have studied about the characteristics of living organisms in the junior classes, but it is +1 class, so we are going to do it in a more detailed way. And these characteristics we have now divided into two types: defining characters and non-defining characters. Now, first we'll take up defining characters. The most important defining character is consciousness. Now, what is consciousness? Consciousness is that living organisms are aware of the stimuli in its environment or the surrounding, and respond to stimuli. These stimuli can be light, or it can be temperature, or it can be water, etc. Number of stimuli are there in our surrounding, and our living organisms are responding to those stimuli. For example, let us take photoperiod. Photo means light, period means duration. Flowering plants, some flowering plants bear flowers when days are short. For example, when the days are short, days are short during the winter. So that means these plants, flowering plants, are aware of the duration of the light. And some plants, they flower during the summer. That is when the days are longer. So the short day plants which flower during the winter, they require a shorter duration of light to flower. So that means light is affecting the flowering in the plants. So that is one of the examples of consciousness. We will take up another defining character. Defining character belongs to the living organism only and not to the non-living objects, whereas non-defining characters are the one which are there in both living organisms and non-living organisms. So we take up the second defining character. The second defining character is cellular organization. Now, what does this mean? This means that all living organisms are composed of, made up of cell and cell products. So, the body of all living organisms are composed of cells and cell products. You have studied in the junior classes that the plant cell body is made up of plant cell, animal cell body is made up of animal cell. But what is this cell product? Let us take the example of cell wall. You know, plant cell, they have a cell wall outside their plasma membrane. This cell wall is a product of a plant cell. Now, we know that there are two types of organisms, unicellular and multicellular. What is unicellular? Unicellular organism is the organism, the body is made up of, uni means single cell. And multicellular organism, like you have studied amoeba, like you have studied paramecium, yeast, these are the unicellular organisms. Then multicellular. Multi means many. They are made up of many cells. It can be in few thousands, few millions, few trillions, because the human body is made up of few trillion cells. Okay, so this is the second character, defining character. Now we come to third one. There are three defining characters. Third one says that there is metabolism in all living organisms. What is metabolism? Metabolism is that all living organisms, they are performing life activities. And those life activities are like the in green plants photosynthesis to make food, then like nutrition, respiration, circulation, excretion, reproduction. These are the life processes which all animals and plants are performing. These life processes are actually called in total is called metabolism. So, and all these life processes, you will see, they are one or another chemical reaction. For example, if you study photosynthesis, it is a chemical reaction in which CO2 and water combines to form the glucose or the food, and oxygen is a byproduct. So that was the third one, metabolism, correct? So, okay, thank you.